OBJ is going to be released from the Browns on Monday. He's finally out of Cleveland. He's finally out of this little dispute that he had with Baker Mayfield. It had to be done. There was no other way to do it. After his dad posted that video, basically highlighting Baker Mayfield being a bad quarterback, not finding Odell when he was open, it had to be done. There was no way he could have repaired this. And it was even more done when they asked Baker Mayfield, and he didn't just, shove it to the side. He didn't just say, like, oh, let's focus on the next game. I don't want to talk about it. He acknowledged it. He said that it surprised him, but it didn't hurt him. And he mentioned having man-to-man conversations with his dad, with Odell's dad. Once everyone acknowledged it, once that was out and everyone acknowledged it, you knew it was done. The coach acknowledged it. Baker Mayfield acknowledged it. It had to be done. They released him from practice, excused him from practice. You knew that was the next step. And now on Monday, he gets to be released. They worked out his contract. They voided the last 2 years of his contract. So if anyone picks him up, it's just a half-year rental. So I don't think anyone will pick him up. He should clear waivers and be available to sign with any team. For the first time in his career, he will have the chance to decide where he goes, where he plays for, who he plays for, who his quarterback is. I'm looking at the Chiefs. I'm looking at the Ravens, the Packers, any of these teams contending for a Super Bowl that need a wide receiver. And I think he still has it. I think he still has it in him to be a good quarterback. To be a good wide receiver. And if anything, there's people asking who's going to look better after this fallout. Who's going to benefit the most from this breakup? Is it going to be Baker Mayfield or is it going to be OBJ? And my answer to that is a resounding Baker. I'm just playing. Is a resounding Odell Beckham Jr. Odell Beckham Jr. is going to look better after this. He's an elite talent. He was once an elite wide receiver. He's had a slump. He's had injuries. He had this little feud with Baker Mayfield. But I think he still has it. I think there's enough on the tank. There's enough skill there. He's still fast. He can still catch. I think wherever he goes, he's going to thrive. He's going to be amazing. I'm looking at that Randy Moss situation with the Raiders, and when he went to the Patriots, obviously he's no Randy Moss, but I think he's going to make a difference with whoever signs him. And Baker Mayfield, in my opinion, he's not the guy. He's not the guy. He's not a franchise quarterback. He's middle of the pack quarterback. Yeah, he has a nice personality. He's cool. He's charismatic. He makes all these good commercials. He's kind of funny. He knows how to chug beers. But on the field, Baker Mayfield, he doesn't have the arm strength. He thinks he's more mobile than he actually is. And in my opinion, he's just not the guy. Obviously, this is the best the Browns have done in a while. He took him to the playoffs. He even won a playoff game for them. Good for him. But I think it was just right time, right place for Baker Mayfield. I would amount more of the credit to the team building, the GM, the coach. I think Baker Mayfield, I think the Browns could do way better than Baker Mayfield. I don't rate Baker Mayfield that high. If you were to make me list quarterbacks ahead of Baker Mayfield, I think I could compound a very, very long list before I get to Baker Mayfield. Like Rodgers, Brady, Mahomes, Jackson, Herbert, Carr, Cousins. Yeah, I'll take Cousins over Baker Mayfield. I know some people will scoff at that, but I would. Who else? I don't know. I'll take Carson Wentz this year. Who else? Matt Ryan. I'll still take Matt Ryan. Bad situation. The Falcons are bad, but he's been an MVP. Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Matthew Stafford, Kyler Murray. Who else? See, there's already how many have I listed? Like 12. There's so many better quarterbacks, and that's not even like Lawrence, like all the rookies. I don't know about Justin Fields, but Lawrence, no one from the Saints. But you see, I've listed a lot of quarterbacks I would take over Baker Mayfield. Is that who you really want your franchise quarterback to be? Oh, Burrow's ahead of him too. there's a lot of quarterbacks I would take over Baker Mayfield. So I think OBJ is going to be just fine with whatever team he goes to next. And I'm excited to see where he goes. Like, it's going to be fun. I have him in a lot of fantasy leagues, so hopefully he finally pays off. And Baker Mayfield, I don't think he's awful, but he's not like an elite quarterback. He's not like a great, like top 10, top 12 quarterback. He's more like middle of the pack, 16 to 20, around there. But that might be good enough with the roster that the Browns have. Run the ball, don't make turnovers, lean on that defense. But we'll see. Where do you guys think OBJ is going to go? I think he should sign with the Packers. I think that would be amazing. Next to Devontae Adams, that would be scary. And that might push, the Packers to the Super Bowl. That'll compete with what the Buccaneers have, as their wide receivers, Brown, Evans, and Godwin. You team that up against OBJ and Devontae Adams and Jones. That'd be sick. I think he should go to the Packers. Obviously, the Chiefs are in contention, the Ravens, even the Colts. We'll see where he goes, but I would say Packers.